special edition of Sunday Night. Tonight, a worldwide investigation into the evil and destructive ways of a self-proclaimed Messiah, a charismatic Australian whose devoted disciples believe he walked this earth 2,000 years ago. We commissioned the Reverend David Millikan, one of the world's foremost experts on cults, to head up our special investigation that's been 10 months in the making. Tonight, we'll take you inside the Messiah's isolated Queensland compound, where he's preparing his followers, including children, for the apocalyptic end of the world.
The idea that the group is coming together in a community and that Miller is developing a compound, in my opinion, is ominous, because only the most extreme cults isolate themselves in a compound. Jonestown or a Waco Davidian group, which were two groups that ended tragically in mass suicide. This is when groups become the most extreme, because the leader controls everything.
The leader is this man.
My name's Alan John Miller, but I'm actually Jesus. I remember all of the events of my crucifixion. I understood what was going on. I understood the reason for my death.
And his collective disciples. Miller has convinced them that they were with him at his crucifixion.
Went to get the spike and smash it into his hands, and just so much love had come from him, I couldn't do it.
It was excruciating to watch basically the annihilation of the person that I loved the most.
I'm starting to have a soul, like an emotional realisation of who he is.
I'm on the way to Mergen in country Queensland to 2 days of teachings by Yeshua ben Joseph, or Jesus. It's a gathering of the faithful from around the world.
Well, welcome along. I'm Jesus, this is Mary. And so what we want to do today is talk about addictions and bribery and fear, threats and blackmail. I can feel that many of you are still in addictions with regard to your development towards God. I've got all of these emotional injuries. I will feed them with my blood. These things are not going to go away from you just by you getting baptized.
To me, these words sound like rehashed New Age pop psychology. But for these people, they burn with the light of divine truth.
Let yourself feel the disillusionment you feel. The disillusionment about the search.
What's happening here is AJ is talking about emotions. Now, most religions are suspicious of emotions. They see faith as essentially a thing of the mind. But emotions take us to the heart of AJ's teachings. What he's doing is setting up a sort of spiral where people get dragged down and down and down, and people are asked to plumb the depths of emotions from which many of them can never escape. One of his techniques to draw people in is to demand that they find emotional trauma in their family history.
Let yourself feel what it was like to have to shut yourself down so much just to please your mother. Because that's what she wants. That's what she wants you to do. Shut you down so much. And she was giving you all these things, but she wants to hear the things in return from you, and that feels bad. So allow yourself to connect with that. That's it. And as you connect with that, you will start really connecting. That's it. And as you connect, that's how much rage is there. See, this is the childhood rage. That's it. That's it. This is the childhood rage. Let's do that. Let yourself in. You feel that?
And children are being caught in Miller's Before he became Jesus, Miller was a Jehovah's Witness pastor that fell out with the church over an incident with a prostitute. I first met him and Mary during the Brisbane floods. For many years, Miller made his money out of land development and a computer business. But now, he believes he holds the salvation of the world in his hands. Along with a growing number of disciples who are buying properties next to him, he lives outside Kingaroy in Queensland.
My first memories were having nails driven through my feet, and those memories began when I was just over 2 years of age. So I didn't put them together as, oh, I'm Jesus from that. And so I just sort of slotted it into the back of my head and went merrily on with my life until such a time as I started having a lot more specific memories about my life, which happened when I was 33, really.
Is it true that your mother tried to commit you to a psychiatric ward?
Yes, it is true. Yeah, and so these are things that I knew would occur. This is why I went, what? I've got to, like, I'm having all these memories of who I am, and I realise all of these different things coming up, and I also think about my future, and I go, boy, do I really want to bite this off again? My mum and dad in the first century followed me around, telling everybody I was crazy for most of my ministry. So you know, my father didn't even change his mind until my passing in the first century.
So can you show me the nail marks in your hands?
Of course not.